This is the 14.1 through 14.3 quiz review. I'm going to be doing the odds. We do have a quiz tomorrow, which is the reason we're reviewing today. All right, so the first one, and again, I do have the answers here in red. Find the interior angle sum. Angle sum means all of these angles added up. So we do that with n minus 2 times 180. So obviously we're going to count the number of angles or the number of sides. So we could do this. How many sides does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So there's 8. So we do 8 minus 2 times 180. So then I would have 6 times 180. So that'd be 1080. That's your final answer. All right, so that answer checks out. So again, when you're just finding the interior angle sum, you use this equation right here. Find the measure of one interior angle. So if you're just finding one, you're going to do the same thing you did before with the number of sides minus 2 times 180. But then you're going to divide everything by the number of sides again to find a specific angle. So it says a regular 11 agon, or 11 gon. So that means there's 11 sides. So I'm going to do 11 minus 2 times 180 divided by 11. So 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 times 180 is equal to 1620. I'm going to divide that. So this one right here would be the interior angle sum of all of these in a regular 11-agon. But we want to find out what one of them would be, so I'm going to divide it by how many sides there are, which is 11. So I divide this by 11, and I get 147.23. And that checks out. All right, find the interior angle sum for each polygon. Round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Remember, it's the interior angle sum. So we're just going to use this right here. So that means we would do, sorry, I screwed this up already. It would be 4 sides minus 2 times 180. So that'd be 2 times 180, which would give me 360 degrees. And then again, exterior angle sum in each polygon. So a regular 13-agon. Now this is a trick question because every single time there's exterior angle sum, it doesn't matter if it has 4 sides, 8 sides, 20 sides, it doesn't matter. All of these angles on the outside, no matter what, are going to equal 360. All of these angles right here on the outside, when they're added up, they're going to be 360. So it doesn't matter if it's a 13-gon, 20-gon, 50-gon. The answer for exterior angle sum is 360 degrees, always. All right, solve for x. Each figure is parallelogram. So right here I have the rules for a parallelogram. So in number 9, I see that I have consecutive angles. Sorry, that's a terrible line. I have consecutive angles on this line here, angle D and angle E. And it says that consecutive angles in number 4 are supplementary. So I would have 18x plus 5 and then plus 17x would equal 180 degrees. So then I would combine my terms. 18 plus 17 is going to be 35 plus 5 is equal to 180 minus the 5. That would give me 35x is equal to 175. So if I divide 175 divided by 35, x is going to equal 5. And that checks out. For 11, Now this doesn't say on here, but we have to assume that if this is a parallelogram, like the directions say, that is a parallelogram, CF is going to be parallel and congruent to DE. Those are bad lines again, sorry about that. But you get the point. So that would mean that CF is equal to DE. So I would just set 2x minus 9 as equal to 11. I would get 2x is equal to 20. So then x would be equal to 10. And then we have SL equals 21. So right here equals 21. And then LDU is equal to 3x plus 6. So since this bisects, meaning these two bisect one another, that would mean that this length is equal to this length, or SL is equal to LU. So I would just set 21 is equal to 3x plus 6. I'm going to minus the 3x, no, I'm sorry, I'm going to minus 6 on each side. So that gives me 3x is going to be equal to 15, so then x is equal to 5. All right, find the measurement indicated in each parallelogram. So we've got to find measure V. So we're looking for this. So this is just like what we did before on this page with these rules, except for now we need to plug it back in once we find x. So I know that these two angles are on this line here, which means it's 180. So I'm going to add 10x plus 7x minus 7. Set that equal to 180. Combine like terms, I get 17x minus 7 is equal to 180. 17x is then going to be equal to 187. So 187 divided by 17 is going to be equal to 11. So x is equal to 11, but then I need to plug it back in for angle V. So 10 times 11 is going to be 110. So measure V equal to 110. All right, are you given enough information to determine whether the quadrilateral or the four-sided shape is a parallelogram? Explain. So this first one here, it has this is parallel to this, right? But then it also says that, so that these are our parallel signs. Then it also says with these dashes that they're also the same. So because they're congruent and they are parallel, we can say yes, one pair of opposite sides are congruent and parallel. 19, so this is kind of the opposite here. I see that this is equal to this because they're both 12. And then this line is parallel to this line, but we can't say it's a parallelogram because they have to be both. So one side has to be parallel and congruent, and this one just says one side is parallel and then a different side is congruent. So no, we can't do that. That's all I have. If you have any questions, please email me. Otherwise, have a good night. Thanks.